Hi, I'm Judy. Welcome to Go with Yin Yoga. If you've been hitting the activity really hard and your legs and your chest and your arms are feeling like they need some love, this is the Yin Yoga practice that you need. So go ahead and come to an easy seated position. You can also be laying down. If you are seated, I suggest to be sitting up on something, a cushion, a block, a folded blanket, just so you can be more comfortable and have length in your spine. Go ahead and close your eyes if that's comfortable. And if it's not, go ahead and let them become unfocused, gazing perhaps at the tip of your nose. Just letting go of the sights and the sounds, smells around you, beginning to bring that attention inward. And then beginning to bring your attention to your breath. With each exhale, just settle a little deeper into your cushion or your mat. Inhale, exhale, sink even deeper. Feeling where your body meets the cushion or the mat, feeling supported and safe and secure. Giving yourself a moment to arrive and let go of the day that went before. Let's begin alternate nostril breathing. You can take your hands in front of your face and you can close off your left nostril with your ring finger after an inhale. So you'd inhale to your left and close with the left nostril with your ring finger. And exhale on your right. Inhale right, close it with your thumb. Exhale left. Inhale left, close it, begin all over again. If that sounds too complicated, I promise you will get the hang of it. You can also just sit here and take your attention, inhale to the left nostril, exhale through the right nostril. Inhale right nostril, pause, exhale left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril, and pause, exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril, pause, exhale through the left nostril, and keep going for another minute. For this practice, I'm going to talk a lot less, at least I'm going to try to talk a lot less than I normally do. And we'll see whether or not you prefer that. Of course, I will talk you moving from pose to pose, and then a few suggestions when we get to Shavasana. But otherwise, I'm going to try and leave you alone with your thoughts. Wherever you are right now, take that last exhale through the left nostril. Let go of controlling the breath. Just notice how you feel. Has there been any change in your body, in your mind, your thoughts, your emotions? And then slowly begin to blink your eyes open, coming off your cushion if you've been sitting up. And if you have a bolster, go ahead and grab that now. If not, I'm going to suggest that you use a couple of blocks. You don't need the blanket for this first pose, although you might like it. Sometimes it's nice to have a blanket up here that your head can rest on. We're moving into supported fish. Now, if you don't have the bolster, take a couple of blocks, put them either on their lowest heights or one on the lowest and one on the medium height, and you can take a towel and put it over them. But I highly suggest a bolster. I like bolsters. The bolster I use is linked up beneath here. And then bring the soles of your feet to your mat, bend your knees, and your glutes are just a little bit away from the end of the bolster, just to give your low back some room to bend, and then slowly drape your upper body onto the bolster. Hands can come out to either side, palms up or palms down, and if it's comfortable for you, you can go ahead and straighten both legs. You can let the feet fall out to the sides and just let go. Last couple of breaths here. Your next inhale, slowly begin to take the soles of your feet to your mat, knees bent up towards the ceiling, and gently begin to roll on off of your bolster or your blocks. And hold onto them, put them off to the side. We're going to use them in our next pose. But in between those two poses, I'd like you to bring your knees into your chest. Just letting your low back decompress a bit. And then maybe you take some gentle movements, some gentle circles. Maybe the other way. And then feet back to the mat. And again, slowly over to the side. Go ahead and grab your bolster. Bring yourself down to the short end of your mat. Take the bolster across. And then come to sit up on the bolster briefly. And if you don't have a bolster, you can use a block, and I will talk you through that as we get down. So from here, we're moving into supported bridge, and you're just sitting on the bolster. Slowly come down to your forearms and then all the way down. Now, if you don't have the bolster, this is where you would grab a block and you would lift your hips and put it underneath your hips so you can relax into supported bridge. You have options with your hands as well. They can come down by your sides, be on the bolster, come back in a goal pose position, or stretch all the way behind you, which to me feels good right now, and that's what I'm going to do. Last couple of breaths here. If you've taken your hands overhead, bring them back to the bolster. push into your feet to lift your hips and slowly begin to take the bolster off. And again, bring your knees into your chest and take any little movements you may feel called on to do at this point. Maybe just simply rocking your hips side to side. And then roll to one side, slowly pressing yourself up. If you don't have a bolster, grab a block. It's okay if you don't have a block also. If you do have a bolster, bring it to the back edge of your mat, leaving a little space in between your mat and the wall. Come to sit on the bolster. Take one hip to the wall, and I find it helps if I lean over a little bit. And then gently come down to your elbow, swinging your legs up. And I meant to tell you to put a blanket under your head, and I forgot about that. And if you don't have the bolster, you do the same thing without it, very simply, legs up the wall. It just won't be an inversion. And you can also use a block. In a block, you do the same thing, bring one hip to the wall, swing your legs up, then bend your knees, take your hips up, and place the block under your pelvis. And I am sliding away from my wall. Okay. So you guys stay there while I rearrange and hang out in legs up the wall. Last couple of breaths here. On your next inhale, take your feet to the wall, no matter which variation you've chosen. Bend your knees. Slowly begin to allow those knees to fall over to one side and gently press yourself. Sorry about that. Up. Grab your bolster. Bring it towards the short end of the mat. And And again, you don't need a bolster, and you can substitute a couple of blocks with blanket over it as well. You can even take the blocks, take one on the lowest height, take one on a medium or a middle height, and put your bolster up. It's all up to you. I want you to make this particular practice as blissful and peaceful and joyful as you possibly can. Turn to face your bolster. Take your knees wide, straddling the end of the bolster. Toes come together. Maybe you take that blanket, put it underneath your ankles, and maybe you take the blanket, put it between your shins and your upper legs. Take your hips back to your heels, and then just drape yourself across the bolster. Just turning your head to one side, doesn't matter which one. I'll let you know when to turn it the other way. And go ahead and gently turn your face to face the other way. The last couple of breaths here. And slowly bring your hands back towards your knees. Begin to push into those hands, coming off of that bolster. Set the bolster off to the side. Go ahead and grab a couple of blankets for this last pose. I'm going to push the bolster out of the way. Place one towards the top of your mat. Bring the soles of your feet to your mat and begin to lower onto your elbows and then all the way down. Inhale, exhale, push into your feet. Bring your hips over towards the left side of your mat. Inhale your knees in towards your chest, and then let them fall over towards the right. Grabbing that blanket, if you have one. It's perfectly fine to do this without a blanket. And the blanket goes in between the legs. The right arm comes straight out from the shoulder or wherever feels comfortable to you. And the head can look, again, wherever is comfortable. It can look towards the right, it can look straight up, or it can look over towards the opposite shoulder, your left shoulder. And last couple of breaths here. And go ahead and slowly turn your head to look up towards the ceiling. Gently reach down and grab your blanket, place it off to the side. Begin to unwind your legs and just pause in the middle. And then press into your feet. Inhale and bring your hips over to the right side of your mat. Grab that blanket again if you're using it. Place it between your legs and let them fall over towards the left side of your mat. Last couple of breaths here. Your next inhale, begin to take your feet to the mat, slowly unwinding the spine, pausing, and gather up any props you need to be comfortable in your last pose, Shavasana. Give yourself the gift of time to recover. And as you're settling into Shavasana, I will talk just a little bit about this practice that you've just experienced. So this practice is meant to be moving toward the restorative side of Yin Yoga. It's not a restorative practice, but it's meant to be a bit more easeful than Yin Yoga sometimes is. It's meant to be used for a day when you are recovering, a recovery day. If you're a runner, a day you're not running. If you've been lifting really hard, a day when you're not lifting. This is the practice that is going to help you restore and re-energize your body, even if it doesn't feel like it while you're practicing. You're going to open your chest and your heart. You're going to help strengthen your low back. Of course, always go to your capabilities and make sure that this is the appropriate low back practice for your back. And it's going to get into the hips a little bit as well. It targets the meridians of the heart and small intestine, and that helps connect you to others and to your body, finding joy with others and with your body. And before I release you into Shavasana completely, I just want to suggest a few affirmations you can feel free to use. I am worthy of rest. Rest resonates. Rest restores my body. Rest relaxes my nervous system. I am stronger when I take the time to recover. Now just settle into your final resting pose until you hear my voice again. With each exhale, feel your body sinking deeper and deeper into your mat. Feel the connection in the back of your body with your mat, with the earth. Feel supported and safe. Allow your breath to deepen. And begin to take any small movements that feel right in your body. Maybe wiggling fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles. Maybe moving the hips a little bit side to side. And take a deep inhale, stretching your arms up over your head, reaching behind you, feeling the stretch from the tips of your fingertips all the way down to your toes. And on the exhale, begin to gently roll over to whichever side feels right to you. Knees bend into your chest as much as is comfortable. Eyes are closed if that's comfortable. And allow your head to lay on the lower arm. Take a few deep breaths here. Slowly bring your palms to your mat, walking your torso upright, taking an easy seat, keeping the eyes closed. Giving gratitude to yourself for taking the time to take care of yourself, to allow your body to recover. As I give gratitude to each and every one of you who shows up to practice with me. Let these affirmations sink into your consciousness. The more you hear them, the more you repeat them, the truer they will feel. I am worthy of rest. Rest restores my body. Rest relaxes my nervous system. I am stronger when I take the time to recover. Slowly bring the palms of your hands together in front of your heart. Begin to rub them back and forth. Bringing yourself back into this moment, right here, right now. And then allowing your hands to come to stillness in prayer position, Anjali Mudra in front of your heart. Bowing your head slightly over your hands. Begin to blink your eyes open. Taking in your mat. And then taking in the rest of the floor. And slowly raising your head, letting your arms fall down to your lap, and hopefully having a smile on your face. I'm so happy that you chose to practice with me today. I hope that you feel really rested, really easeful, and even if you found yourself struggling with the longer holds of Yin Yoga, know that they are really working their magic on you. And even if you don't feel them today, you might feel them tomorrow when you get up. And that is my wish for you. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free from suffering and pain. And may you feel recovered. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and click the like button. If you'd like to practice with me again, go ahead and click subscribe and the bell. You can also join my Facebook group. The information is in the description box below. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.